to us from a number of ways. What, in theory, what the moon is thought to do, it holds the accumulation of your karma, and it holds the accumulation of your family's karma, your family of origin, and it brings in the lessons that you have to learn. What we want to do is grow from the moon into the sun, but a lot of people never get out of how they operate during the moon. Why is the moon so important? Again, another point of view. The moon subconsciously rules things that we have no awareness of. But the moon also tells me the relationship that you have with your mother. Depending upon the moon sign, remember, you're in the womb for 9 months. You are mother, we are mother, we're in that womb. So if whatever mother eats, we eat, when mother drinks, we drink, etc. We are also in that womb feeling the vibrations, the emotional chords of mother. If mother's happy, we feel that. If mother's sad, we feel that. If mother's angry, we feel it. All right? If mother's looking forward to the birth of the baby is excited. If mother is really scared and might not want this baby, the baby feels the vibrations in this. So it's a very important thing. Now, when the baby is born, the baby comes out, by understanding where the moon is, we could actually feel the determination or determine what the mother's mood was through all of this stuff. And it really works. It really is on the money, okay, with this whole thing. So the moon, and then that sets up our number one link to the world, to the universe, is mother. So mother has a real important influence on this. Obviously, we know that. But by knowing somebody's moon sign, then you could tell a whole lot about who they are. And if you are a parent, and you have children, and you are a mom, for instance, if you have 3 children, those 3 children could have 3 different moon signs, which means that your temperament and what you were going through at that particular time of birth was completely different for each child. Or they could have the same moon signs. They got a 1 out of 12 chance of this, all right? But my daughter, I'll give you an example. My daughter has her first son, and Ethan's moon is in the sign of Virgo, all right? And the moon in Virgo is very particular. And Ethan's a first child. So Virgo wants details. And my daughter kind of really spent a lot of time around Ethan, managing Ethan and making sure, and etc. And then Matthew came out, and Matthew has a moon in Gemini. So by the time my daughter understands how to do Ethan, here comes Matthew, and she's much more relaxed and easy. And Matthew has a whole different temperament. Second child's obviously do than the first, but the moon signs are different. Elaine, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Oh, good. Well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
My moon is in Pisces, and just recently, in the last 3 weeks, I've been feeling some stuff, and I thought it could be related to that because it's been feeling very heavy for me.
Yes.
And my acupuncturist told me yesterday she thought it might have something to do with some astrological things that are happening right now, and I just curious if you had any advice for someone with moon in Pisces at this point.
I do.
You do?
I do. Really, there's some astrological stuff that's obviously going on. Hold on, let me just see something. The moon, I'm just looking where the moon is in Leo. You're also a sun sign Aquarius.
Right.
All right. So even though the moon is not full today, you're undergoing your own personal full moon. Because as we're speaking right now, the moon is 19 degrees Leo. So 19 degrees Leo opposes your whole Aquarian lineup. So it's like you're having your own little full moon going on.
I'm looking at it right now, and it's beautiful. I'm on my deck. It's absolutely gorgeous and bright.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let me just take a peek at it. Ooh, where did that go?
Brian, when you say that that it's opposing her lineup, what exactly do you mean by opposing her lineup? Can you give me different language?
Different tab, Brian.
I just had a little computer snafu.
Look at the tabs along the top. Down further, down. There you go. Run that across.
Here?
No, see where your fingers move it up.
Right there?
Go to the, click on the right tab there.
So Elaine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. And you sound really clear on your cell phone. We were curious about that earlier.
Well, I'm outside on my deck just
Okay.
looking up at this
Okay.
beautiful
All right.
moon. Kind of an
Yeah.
George
interesting
is
circle
going to
around
come
your
and
feet.
work.
It's really pretty.
Cool.
George is going to come and work this for me. So when I come back to it, you asked me a question. What I mean opposing it? If you think of a circle, think of a clock. All right? And think of when I say it's opposing it. Think of your sun in Aquarius at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Think of the moon at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So we deal with the zodiac as a circle. So what's taking place when the moon is on the same side as the sun, it's sitting right on top of the sun. So when the moon, it's opposing it means it doesn't mean necessarily that it's fighting
That's
it.
exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
Was it to me? It means fighting it, and I wanted to understand what you're saying.
You know, it's not a fighting it. It can conflict, but it also could complement. All right. So, but anyway, we feel it. We feel it internally. Your moon in Pisces, as you know, is very sensitive. It's very psychic. You pick up things from all over the place. Right? Now, in other place right now, Saturn is in the sign of Virgo. And Virgo is the opposite sign of your Pisces moon.
Okay.
And Saturn is serious. Saturn could be heavy. All right? So if you've been feeling depressed, right?
Yes. Heavy. Yes.
Right. And what? Because the moon has to do with mom again. There might be issues that you're working through right now with your mother. All right. And your mother doesn't have to be there. You know, I mean, these are all subconscious stuff that's coming up. At the same time, Elaine, the planet Uranus and Jupiter are in Pisces. Right in Pisces, so they're sitting on the moon. What's taking place in you subconsciously is, I think, that you're feeling pulled apart, all right? Because what's taking place is all the old subconscious patterns, or being, you know. Let me ask you this, before I say being something. How is sleep lately? You've been sleeping?
Heavy. Sleeping a lot.
Yes.
A lot more than normal,
Right.
and feeling like I'm usually very happy and light in my body, and I'm feeling very lethargic and sleeping a lot.
That's the effect of Saturn has, all right? And so what's taking place is that Saturn is you're going to sleep, so the other planet, Uranus and Jupiter, are breaking up subconscious patterns in your sleep that if you were aware of, you were conscious of, you wouldn't even deal with. So when you're sleeping, you're working a lot.
Yeah, makes so sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I would just really, this is your assignment should you choose to accept it, right? Is sleep, rest, take your time about this. This is a major transit you're going through. You know, you won't go through this again in your life.
Yeah, I hope not. It's
No.
heavy.
Yeah, it is heavy. It is heavy because one side is depressing you and the other side is like coming in there and saying, no, we got to change this.
And it's interesting because one side of my body is totally affected and the other side feels fine. So it's like one, you know, it's like I can really feel that. And it was very interesting, and I want to, you know, let you go. Thank you very much. I just want to say that my mother, her nickname in her email is Moon Lady. And
Wow.
her moon's in Leo, I think. I'm pretty sure, but she has been affected by the moon her whole life, and all she talks about is the moon. And so all four of her kids, every time there's a full moon, we call her, you know, just to say, Mom, have you seen the moon tonight? So it's like, that's pretty cool.
One thing before you go, having that moon in Pisces, you don't have to save everybody. All right?
All right.
You don't have to worry about everybody and feel their emotions and everything. It's like, take time out for you, close the door, close the window, do whatever you want to do and spend it by yourself.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okie doke. Bye-bye.
All right, have a great night. Thanks.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
sweetie.
Get to the call.
What do we have?
I'm getting to them right now.
Okay, we got.
We're going to call Pam right now.
Yeah, I just wanted to see. I'll give you. The moon is at 19 degrees Leo, all right, and the sun is in Taurus. So where we're all going to feel this a little bit. We're all going to feel a little bit tension, and that's how we feel, especially since Mercury is in Taurus in the process of this. So we were talking about the mother, the vibrations of the mother and the moon sign. And what I will do, I've got to look at the clock. What I want to do is go down the moon signs, you know, and I don't know if you know your moon sign or whatever, you know, but it's, I'll go down, I'll just run the course of them.